my people, what's up? How that day? So, this interview with Dino Melaye get for inside this interview, in the blast, the APC blast President Bola Tinubu and call yap them, even call criminal. And I say, who be criminal again? Oga Dino Melaye, you know the year waiting they happen to Shawari. You get mind the coppers in criminal. What is wrong with you? Well, he can't talk about the borrowing of President Bola Tinubu. He said President Tinubu don't borrow, so he remain make you go borrow from where again? Opay. You need to see this uppercut where we say Dino Melaye give to President Tinubu and the APC. What is going on here? Must politics be about this buzz? But beyond all of that, he made some very critical points where he say on I need to pay attention to. Go watch the things when you talk, some secrets when review too, and no go fit talk and finish. Make gonna go watch them to the end.
Today, Nigerians are not only unhappy, but I can tell you, I'm a grassroots person, that there is massive hunger in the land.
The president just said the other day that from January to August 2025, total collections reached, that the administration has achieved their revenue target. That's something to smile about. It says from January to, I'm coming, let me land. From January to August 2025, total collections reached 20.59 trillion naira, a 40.5% increase from 14.6 trillion recorded in 2024.
If that statistic is correct, why is the president borrowing 1.7 billion from World Bank?
He also said that they have stopped borrowing.
Maybe that is not correct. I just gave you that figure now. Why is the president, why did he borrow $1.7 billion from the World Bank? Why has the Senate approved $21 billion so far, and with many others coming for consideration? Many others are still coming for consideration.
Mind you,
and this government is one of the most reckless governments in the history of this country.
How do you mean?
The president who said he wanted to come and curb wastages bought a yacht. That yacht that the president bought has never been to the territorial area of Nigeria. It's between Monaco and Paris. And what do we need a yacht for? In a time of austerity, in a time of pervasive hunger like this? The president also, within few months in office, bought a presidential jet that cost Nigeria billions.
No, he said it was a gift.
I am telling you that it was purchased. Gift by who? Gifts are to be declared. Gifts are to be declared. A president who gets a gift, why was Tom David West removed from office? It was because he got a gift of a gold wristwatch that was not declared. If you have a gift, declare who gave it to you. And they called it a gift because the money used in the purchase of that aircraft was not appropriated by the National Assembly. That is why it was tagged a gift. Then, again, since Tafawa Balewa, Azikiwe, up down to Buhari, every president and prime minister in this country used Mercedes-Benz S-Class as their official vehicle. The president is using a bomb jammer Mercedes-Benz, the same type that Trump is using in America. And you say you want to curb wastages?
But you're not different. Hold on, Dino.
If you allow me land, I don't want my
land.
thoughts distorted on this particular line.
Okay.
And again, the same president, in the 8th Senate, the budget of the National Assembly was 150 billion. From 150 billion, today the president have increased the budget of the National Assembly to over 370 billion in order to make them a parastatal or department of the villa. So a president who said he was coming to curb wastages, who said he was coming to renew hope. I can catalog all this. Bought a yacht, bought a Cadillac, bought an aircraft, increased the money of the National Assembly, and I've borrowed like no other president in history. If you are making more money, then why are you borrowing?
To the
extent that the Speaker of the House of Representatives Today,
I read it. He was
is
talking about,
also concerned, despite he's a member of the APC.
I read that he was talking about how
And we will not be surprised if the president starts borrowing from Opay and Moniepoint very soon.
Well, Senator Dino, if you say the president was buying cars, some people will question you too, because I mean, it's all over the viral.
I am not buying cars with government money. And I did not buy any of those cars when in office. And I've never been in a position where I control government money or interest. I've never been in the executive arm of government where I have control or I have budget or I have interest. And I've never done government contracts, whether at federal or state level. I'm saying this boldly. I've never been invited by EFCC or ICPC or any government security agency for corruption or for mismanagement or whatever. So what I'm saying in essence, in order not to trivialize the issues, is that we cannot continue like this as a nation. As I speak to you, one of the fundamental errors we have committed as a people is that this government particularly is insensitive. We voted for a government that does not care for the people, that is not concerned about the people. Go out there and see the magnitude of killings going on. Go out there and see people dying of malnutrition. Go there and see poor people paying ransom for family members being kidnapped on a daily basis. Go out there and see what the economy is doing to the people.
Let me comment here.
And all this money is borrowed, my brother. All this money is borrowed. No roads, no food, no housing. No housing. Agriculture, there's a decline. So, transportation, babu.
You talked about...
So, what is this money we are borrowing? What are we doing with it?
You talked about insecurity. There's a talk. I mean, I had the DDG National Elders Forum here who said they presented it took 9 months to present a long, short, medium-term document on security issues, asking the president to declare the nation a national emergency on security. One of the things we discussed is that some people may be using the insecurity to fight the government. What do you make of that? Politics, playing politics with insecurity.
The president is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. We didn't vote him to make excuses like you are trying to make for him now.
I'm not making excuses for him.
We voted him to prove capacity. He was voted to protect Nigeria and Nigerians. And anything short of that is incapacitation. Anything short of that is wearing a shoe that is bigger than his legs. Anything short of that is proving that Nigeria is not Lagos. Nigeria was listed by the Financial Action Task Force. We are on what they call the grey list today. And that is having a negative concomitant effect on the economy. Because any country that is on the grey list of FATF, definitely it will affect your direct foreign investment. It will affect your banking activities across the globe. So it is going to have a negative resultant effect on the economy. Nigeria and South Africa went into the grey list at the same time. South Africa carried out a lot of reforms. And today, they are out of the grey list. But Nigeria is still in the grey list.
So are you saying ADC is going to correct all the ills you're pointing at that the present government is doing?
ADC is an assembly of repentant, aggrieved, you understand, concerned Nigerians. And at this point, every notable member of the ADC is ready to make sacrifice so that we can repurchase Nigerians from these criminals in power, the CIPs. There is a need for us to repurchase our country back. there's a need to get our country back on track. Because as I speak...
And you think ADC is well positioned to do that?
Very, very well positioned. There is a political tsunami that is coming.
Listen to what Iradia said. I mean, you know Iradia.
Tony Iradia, great man.
He says that politicians like you, ADC, APC, LP, and the rest of them, have left governance or are more interested in politics than actually governing. And that's why we're witnessing the rot in the system.
He may be right to some extent. But I want to tell you, if you carry out a comparative analysis, during the Jonathan administration...
Did I hear you correctly when you said criminals in power?
Yes.
No, we can't begin to say that on air. We can't begin to say, let's not be...
Who is a criminal?
A criminal is somebody who disobeys, who goes against the law.
That is exactly what this government is doing.
No, let's not... You can use any word, but at least not criminals.
Anyway, that is not the question. In answering your question, if I get you right, Iradia, I said maybe right to some extent depending on who is involved. For example, during the Jonathan administration, our GDP, you understand, rose to over 470 billion US dollars. And it was so up to 2002.
That's PDP then.
I'm saying it was so up to 2002. Today, as I speak, is about half, 200 plus. It's about half of what it used to be. The GDP. In dollars. In dollars. What do you think is responsible?
But you know there's an economic downturn across the entire globe. You know that.
We should stop giving these excuses. There's an economic downturn across the globe.
You know.
Singapore is thriving. Rwanda is thriving. Ghana is thriving. Our immediate neighbor in West Africa. They're thriving. And you want to continue to hang on the wild wind of the Buhari administration, or the negatives of the Buhari administration, that is now a primary school child compared to the university graduates we're experiencing right now. So in essence, my brother, you are a Nigerian. You go to the same market. Sitting here, using your celestial mind, your holy mind, you know what you are feeling as a result of the kiosk created on the 29th of May, 2023. That kiosk doing the right thing in the wrong way, suffering from verbal diarrhea, and declaring the removal of subsidy without thinking, without rationalizing, without buffers, is the reason we are where we are today.
You know, someone said that it's easy to talk the talk. That criticism is very easy. And that's what the opposition does. But they don't give you plans or plans of action how to get a problem solved.
I've given you one just now. That's not true.
That ADC has.
No, I've just given you one now.
Which
one of the problem we have is that we are on the grey list. We're on the grey list.
You're talking about crypto, right?
Of the Financial Action Task Force. And to get us out of it, one of the things to do is to regulate crypto. Second thing to do is for the government to become sacrificious. Sell the yacht. Reduce unnecessary spendings.
By the way,
in the last 1 year, the president has spent over 20 billion on foreign travels. In a country where people are looking for Gary to drink. In a country where people are dying, they can't pay 1,000 naira high blood pressure drugs.
Well, the president,
where diabetic patients cannot take their drugs.
Well, the president says the reason for his travels is for foreign investments, FDIs.
Foreign investment every month, every week. What is the result of all the travel? Where are the investments? I'm telling you that countries will not invest when your name is on the grey list. What are you doing to get yourself out of the grey list?